What it do? Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Isaac Butterfield, American versus Australians on gun control. Before we dive into this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. See what we got.
You haven't gone to Australia, have you?
No. Oh. Why do I need to? I'm in America. You guys have the right to bear arms there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Under license, so it doesn't fall into the hands of nutcases and you have all of these high school
Also, you have gun control.
Yes.
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
Good evening.
So do you guys have the right to bear arms? Yes, under license, so they don't fall into the hands of nutcases. Oh, that's terrible. I don't want to live there. They're controlling the nutcases' ability to get their hands on guns. That's terrible. I wouldn't want to live there. Bro, I kid you. And she's so serious. She's so serious about that. This is crazy, bro.
Control.
Yes.
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
Good evening. All Australians tonight share the horror of the Port Arthur massacre. 35 people are dead, 18 are injured. Police have now named the mass murderer. He is 28-year-old Martin Bryant, a local man believed to be intellectually handicapped.
The Port Arthur massacre in April 1996 was one of the bloodiest days in Australia's recent history. A man walked into a historical site with lots of tourists around and took many lives. It was a shocking time for the entire country, one that I can't remember, but looking back on news reports now, I can only imagine how full-on of an experience and the terror that was instilled in the community at that particular point in our history. Martin Bryant pleaded guilty to the attack and was given 35 life sentences and 135 years without parole. Many people...
And that wasn't even enough, man. That's not even enough. That's to think that someone could do that is just absolutely sickening. Every time I hear about it, it's because it happens the most here in America because we have the most guns out of everybody. It's sickening to think that a human being could do that. Like, I hate hearing about that crap.
Question his role in this whole thing, but I'm not going to talk about that now. That is something for a completely different topic. But what did happen after that was the government responded swiftly. The Australian government, alongside the states and territories of Australia, decided that the best move at this point, with the lead of then Prime Minister John Howard, was to do something unthinkable at the time, and that is basically ban guns. Now, not actually ban guns. You could still get guns, but basically ban guns. In this buyback scheme, it was a lot harder to get guns, it was a lot harder to keep guns, and the Australian government said, right, we're going to give you some cash for all your guns because they're now illegal. The government bought back some 700,000 guns from the Australian public during that period. That meant there was a lot of guns off the street. There were still guns on the street, but there was a lot more gone. In layman's terms, in Australia right now, you can get a handgun, you can get a rifle, but it is very, very hard. You have to be on a property, or you have to be doing some hunting, or you have to have a specific license, you have to be part of a gun club, all these type of things. It makes it very difficult for you or I to go down to the store and say, hey, can I get a gun? And then in a few weeks they go, yeah, sure, no worries, you haven't committed any massive crimes, you can have a gun. Now that's...
Which makes sense. That's how things should be.
Very different in other countries, namely America. We all know the conversation in America about guns is a very divisive topic. Some people are dead against guns, some people absolutely love them. Me, personally, I love them. I know that's weird, probably coming from me. You probably think, oh, this bloke's never shot a gun. When I go around the country doing tours, I often go to shooting galleries and I get to try out different weapons. They have these policies where, you know, you can come in without a license and you can shoot. I really, really enjoy that. And if it was possible for me to become a licensed shooter, I would. I haven't done that yet. Maybe it's something I will do in the future. The reason I like it is because it's loud, it's fun, and I get to practice my targets. That's basically it. I sit on the fence with this. Should guns be legal? Yes. Should they be easy to get? Not really. Should crazy people get them? No. How do we stop that? Probably licensing. Because in America right now, the gun problem is massive.
I think, like I said, I'm not a fan of guns. Like, that's just not, personally, I'm not me. But I understand there are people who are. And I never say just completely ban guns because I know it's unrealistic. But I'm just saying, like, with so much mass shootings in America, like, we never do anything. I'm saying, like, can we put more laws in place? Can we make it harder for people to attain guns, especially automatic or semi-automatic guns? Like, what are the necessity for those? Like, but yeah, I just think there should be stricter gun laws in place. It should be much harder for people to get their hands on guns right now. Not hard at all. Not hard at all. So I'll let Isaac keep going.
How do we stop that? Probably licensing. Because in America right now, the gun problem is massive. Guns are absolutely everywhere. It's easy to get guns. Much easier than Australia. There were 434 mass shootings in 2019 that fit the criteria of this article where this was written. An average of 1.9 mass shootings a day. 1,643 victims were injured and 517 people died for a total of 2,160. Some of these shootings weren't mass shootings, they were gang related, so it's hard to sort of weigh those up. But it is a lot. But also at the same time, in London, there are more knife killings than there are gun killings in New York. So maybe just people are fucking crazy. So is there an answer here? I don't know. The big thing with America...
That's a very interesting one that I didn't hear. I knew people died, but more knife killings in London than there are gun killings in New York. Oh, wow.
America is a lot of people have guns. Guns massively outweigh the population of America. They are fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going over there because I will be doing some shooting. I'll go to some shooting ranges and thoroughly enjoying myself. But it is a concern, I guess. You worry about people walking around with guns and all this type of shit. You see photos and videos of people walking around with rifles. If you saw that in my hometown, you'd be like, holy fuck, what the fuck is this prick doing? And we must remember one of the things that all of these shootings, mass shootings or gang shootings or whatever, one of the things that all these have in common is either anger or mental illness. That's something we really need to weigh up. But also, America's population is fucking huge. The state of California, 40 million people, twice the size of Australia's population. Australia is the same size as America, geographically speaking, but California has more people than Australia.
That is so wild to me. Like, that is insane. My God.
Now, why am I making this video? Well, I'll tell you. I saw this video on the Facebook and it pissed me the fuck off, alright?
You haven't gone to Australia, have you?
No. Why do I need to? I'm in America.
Because it's the highest living standard in the world. It's America times 10.
You guys have the right to bear arms there? Yeah.
Under license. So it doesn't fall into the hands of nutcases and you have all of these high school...
Also, you have gun control.
Yes.
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
This lady was talking mad shit about Australia. And I won't stand for it.
Where are you guys from?
Australia.
Nice. Okay.
Now make America great again. Yeah, don't throw him out. Don't throw him out. You're more prosperous today than what you were yesterday.
I agree with that.
Fair point.
I've got a question for you. Can you tell me what the Australian Prime Minister is?
No. Because you know what? As an American, I honestly do not care about any other part of the world.
Suck a fat dick, sure. You don't know who our Prime Minister is, nor do we. Nor do we care. The last one's a dickhead, this one's a dickhead, they're all fucking dickheads. Australia's the most beautiful and wonderful location on the planet. When it's not on fire, or you're getting eaten by a crocodile. Other than that, it's fucking marvellous. You should check it out, love. Also, two things, get a fucking haircut and sort out that intro on this video. It's fucking shit.
Yeah, but you haven't gone to Australia, have you?
No. Why do I need to? I'm in America.
Because it's the highest living standard in the world.
Maybe not the world, but it's extremely close. There's beaches, there's amazing picturesque locations, there's really hot guys. Hello.
You guys have the right to bear arms there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Under license. So it doesn't fall into the hands of nutcases and you have all of these high school...
Also, you have gun control.
Yes.
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
We don't have guns like Americans.
You guys have guns.
Yep, we do, but they're controlled.
Is that good?
Absolutely it is.
Why does my right to self-defense need to be controlled?
Why are you judging a country on the right to bear arms? There's a lot of...
I swear to God. Why does my right to self-defense need to be controlled? If we could freaking go back to that Constitution, and we could just modify that Second Amendment. I'm sure if they saw the world today, they probably would have been like, We probably need to be specific with this. We need to modify it a bit because people might get out of hand with this in the future.
Other things going on when you go somewhere. I mean, let's look at it like this. The right to bear arms, having the license, all that type of stuff. For you to drive a car, a killing machine, much like a gun, to get your license in Australia behind that car, you have to do your learners, right? Your learners you have to have for a year or something. You have to do 120 hours behind the car. Then you have to go to your red piece for a year, then green piece for 2 years, and then finally they will trust you with a car, a killing machine. But to get a gun, you just want that? Come on, there has to be some fucking testing or some lines. Surely.
Something.
You can point at people and put them out. Dead. Gone.
Because we don't have nutcases.
Am I a nutcase?
No, but there's others out there that are.
So why do I have to have a license to protect myself against a nutcase?
Because in case it falls into the hands of wrong people.
Well, she isn't wrong there. Maybe it is a good thing for some people to carry guns. Because in America recently, of course, in Texas, there was a mass shooting, or at least an attempt. And a dude saw the mass shooting that was about to happen. He pulled out a pistol and shot the bloke in the head, and everyone cheered and loved him. Don't do mass shootings in Texas. Hot tip.
We're gonna go. We're gonna concert. Great catching.
Right.
I think there was one in Texas not too long ago. Very unfortunately.
Citizens, guys. We don't need you here.
Fucking righto, mate. Calm down.
So this is a good example of how people like to come over to this country and then try to tell us that,
You approached them. What are you talking about? It's a conversation, love.
oh, I'm going to come and visit America. I love seeing everything here, that capitalism.
Capitalism? We're talking about guns. What are you... What? You're not very good at this, are you?
And then they want to tell you that the best place to live is Australia or some other different country. And this is the problem with immigration. People who want to come into this country illegally, even legally, if you look at demographics and if you look at immigration and where they're coming from, they come and they vote Democrat to take away your rights that are here in America in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Australians tend to go there. They tend to come home too.
Wow.
35 years. They come home. Let me wrap this up. Should people have guns? If they want, alright? Should everyone have guns? Fucking no, alright? Should there be proper licensing for firearms?
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Am I going to America in August and I'm thoroughly looking forward to going to the shooting ranges over there? Abso-fucking-lutely as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know the answer to this topic at all because there's so many different variables, there's so many people's arguments, point of views. I'd love to know your point of view. Please let me know in the comments section below. I want to know Australians' opinions, Americans' opinions, British opinions, from everyone, every corner of the world. Let me know what you think about the American gun issue, and did Australia do the right thing? Is it not comparable? Let me know in the comments section below. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, me dick stinks, and I'll see you all very soon. Toodaloo, oh wow. Bye.
Y'all heard my reason. Y'all heard where I stand on the issue. I'm on the issue of I don't think there needs to be automatics. There should be automatics. I think to own a gun, you need to, you need to go through some kind of training to prove that you even know how to shoot the gun. You need to go through. You need to make sure that you have a safe place to put the gun. So it doesn't end up in someone else's hands, right? I just feel like there's so much that you should have to go through before you can obtain a weapon that could take somebody's life in an instant. But that's how I feel. Just stricter gun policies, stricter gun laws. But I'm not saying ban all guns. Just make it harder to get them. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.